Napier is going to be there, so you might have to transfer out again, Cormani. You might have been wrong about Cormani McClain, but I wasn't. Hey, man, I told y'all, man. But shout out to a lot of people. A lot of people, within my watcher base audience is what you call it. I think that's what they usually call it. A lot of people within my audience know the story of Cormani McClain, are very familiar with the story of Cormani McClain because it's quite tied and quite connected to the story of Colorado football, specifically the reign that Deion Sanders is on right now. So if you don't know the story, let's go really quick, like just in case, right? The 5-star Cormani McClain, right? He was the number 2 player in the country. He signed with Mr. Deion Sanders. Now, I want to point this out because, a lot of people, you can point a lot of things wrong with some of the coaching with Deion Sanders. One thing that you can never deny is his recruitment. This was back-to-back 5 stars, back-to-back top 5 players in the nation, right? You had Travis Hunter, then you have Cormani McClain in this 2023. So like he was, I think he knows what he's doing on the recruitment side. But now what happens is this highly touted player who's, a beast, he's the prototype, all these other things, he wasn't disciplined, right? Hear from Deion Sanders on why Cormani McClain was not playing at the time of being a highly sought after 5-star number 2 in the nation, right?
What is the plan at corner? Like, is Cormani ready yet?
No. The plan at corner is cornerback committee. That's why we practice. We're going to see who steps up and takes over that role.
What's holding Cormani back at this point?
He is.
Cormani is holding Cormani back. Now, obviously, he had a response to that, and it goes pretty iconic. And let's hear it.
Change the narrative of everyone's thinking on my name. Be a part of a real and a great program that's going to impact me at my best ability. And yeah, ready to get to a new place and get to work. Yeah, I feel like I just don't want to play for the Clicks. I actually want to be involved with a great leading program. It's going to develop players.
Yeah.
With that being said, that'll wrap up all the questions asked from you guys.
Now, I will, and I've consistently said this, I've said that, look, Cormani McClain's a little misguided, right? And I think it takes some time for a young man to develop. And his biggest mistake was thinking that a Billy Napier-led Florida team would be better run than Colorado. Why? Why do you think that? The only reason why Billy Napier even survived some of these games is because you're coaching at the University of Florida. Like, what are you talking about? You were the wide receiver coach for Nick Saban. Like, you're gonna have good recruiting. You're gonna have good players. But I've never seen someone have great recruiting, good players, just the lineage of Florida, but completely underutilize it. That is the hallmark of Florida. So fast forward, he gets to Florida, which is honestly known for being an undisciplined team, specifically under Billy Napier, right? And guess what? Last year, when he transferred, did he get to play for Clicks? No, he got dunked on by Matthew Gold. Now, he did get a pick 6, and the team celebrated, and it was a testament to his growth. But Billy Napier, when he got to Florida, he talked about Cormani McClain not being disciplined, not showing up to meetings, just like Deion Sanders did. Because some people were saying, oh, well, Deion Sanders is wrong, this and that. But no, he went to Florida, and it took another extra year for him to now, finally, in the fourth game of the season, this was his first game starting, not first game starting at cornerback, but this season starting at cornerback. And I tell you what, for all that I just said, for all the story I just said, one thing that I've also been is a Cormani guy. And I've always been of the opinion that, look, of course he's going to make some wrong decisions. He's a young dude. Of course he's going to be misguided. He's a young guy. I'm not mad that you went off on Deion Sanders. You're a young man trying to figure things out. You got pride. You got different things. And maybe one day he comes back and talks about the adversity that Deion Sanders faced him with, because it would have been easy for that awful Colorado secondary to just put the 5-star in there and hope that he can cover up cover up for them, right? They went 4-8 that season. I think they could have used a Cormani McClain, but no, he stood pretty steadfast. Cormani didn't get to play a lot. He didn't get to play a lot last season, and it had to do with the playbook and discipline. But here he is. Cormani McClain was Florida's highest graded player. Period. Now, it does help when DJ Lagway acts like he can't play football. But that does not take away, like in all seriousness, it does not take away from the player that Cormani McClain is beginning to mature into. McClain intercepted the only pass thrown his way. So Cormani McClain graded out as the highest rated player on Florida. McClain was also the second best player on the field, regardless of position, only behind defensive end Ruben Bain. And I want y'all to realize Ruben Bain is now starting to shoot up, especially because this quarterback class don't look great. Ruben Bain from Miami is looked at to be like probably top 5, if not number 1 pick. He's an absolute demon for Miami on the edge, and he was giving DJ Lagway a lot of fits. But it would be easy just to leave it there. But with Cormani McClain, I'm telling you, there's always a bigger story. So first off, tough loss, but proud of the fight. Now, 3 tackles, 1 interception. This is a good little play. Mr. Carson Beck is giving up them cookies, and it's going crazy. But let's take a peek at the interception. Ooh. I got it. You know what I'm saying? We can't do too much, but let's go ahead and play it. And he's gonna just he's just gonna. Oh wow, this is high level. Now I want to look at the positioning here. So this is on Carson Beck. Carson Beck is not only is he late with the ball here, like because number 7 has him beat here on the inside. He needs to put that up. He needs to allow him a space. Basically, he needs to throw this on this, not on the U, but at the top of the U, and need to let him go out and catch it. Instead, he steps up in the pocket, and I think maybe I don't know what. Yeah, this was I think he just thought he could style on him. He threw a duck behind him, gave it way too much time. Like this ball needs to come out on a rope right now. Right, so Cormani McClain goes from beat on the inside, then uses his elite range and elite speed to go ahead and snatch that up. Now that is what you want to see, and that is what with the 5-star rating, people were assuming. Now it seemed like, what I'm saying, with that great interception, with Cormani McClain doing phenomenal stuff. There's a part of this that I forgot to tell you about. Now, a part of this is not only is Cormani McClain from Florida, but obviously he has some ties to Miami. As you see, as many players are in the state of Florida, he was committed to Miami, but ended up not going. So he committed on Thursday back in 2023. Well, it just says Thursday, but I was trying to see the date. Okay, October 27th, 2022. So that was back in 2022. He was at one point committed to Miami. So not only do the Miami fans, not only do the local, Southern Florida people know about Miami, because that's where that's where he's from in this area, right? So they let him feel it. They let him hear it. You feel me?
Hey, you suck. I'll be on dictator.
Hey, I told y'all I'm a Cormani McClain guy, right? I think he deserves the adversity that comes his way, because if he's going to be undisciplined, hey, he does that. But if you don't heckle me, oh yeah.
Hey, you suck. I'll be on dictator. I'll be on dictator.
Wait, what did he say? What's the other thing he said?
I'll be on dictator. I'll be on dictator.
I'll be on dictate. What did he say?
I'll be on dictator.
What did he say?
I'll be on dictator.
I'll be on dictate. I don't know. You be on dick today? What? You doing what today? But man.
I'll be on dictator. I'll be on dictator.
He said he went the pasta al dente. What? Comment down below. What is he saying? This is not like, oh, I want extra comments. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what he said after that. So Cormani McClain had a little bit of beef with the Miami locals. All right. And it also, people wanted to point out that there is a little bit of an effort problem here, but you gotta be honest. I mean, it's 26-7. You know what I'm saying? So as much as people want to point out that maybe Cormani wasn't giving his all on this play, there's also some plays where Cormani McClain was completely selling out. Now I want to show this loss, right? Obviously to LSU, but I want you to see where Cormani McClain's lining up, right? Cormani McClain is here, which is interesting. I think he's actually playing. Is he playing the star? Oh, I think they were getting somebody off the field. Oh my God, Florida is they're just such a thing. But look at this. There's a minute 50 left. They're down 10, and everybody wants to make fun of Cormani McClain. Look at where he's started here. He's doing a backside corner, and instead of just letting this happen, you see him completely sell out. Completely hawk and sell out when he doesn't need to, and make sure this is not a touchdown, preserves a little bit of legacy. So a lot of people were actually impressed, not been related, but something I saw Saturday that really sums up what a competitive spirit is. Game was in hand with around a minute left to play. Look at Cormani McClain, dude is a baller. So people are not only seeing it, but they're recognizing that, hey, there's a reason why he was a 5-star. There was a real deal reason. Now, with all that crowd stuff, it does lead me to the next part of this situation. Now, I don't know who this is, but he's probably going to be a first-round pick. This Miami offensive line is absurd. Now, if you don't know, Mario Cristobal, it's just a bunch of Nick Saban variants out there. Mario Cristobal was the offensive line coach for Nick Saban in some of those days at Alabama. But regardless, Mr. Coop, as they're calling him, is Enes Cooper. He was getting like after Cormani McClain like the whole day, as you can see right here. You know what I'm saying? And Cormani McClain going right back at, hey man, Cormani McClain going right back at him too. So he got into the, you know what I'm saying? He started yapping and talking with some other people. Whoa, Mr. Carson Beck. Hey man, I need you to, I don't need you saying too much, dog. You know what you did. I don't need you saying too much. I really don't want to hear nothing from Carson Beck. Anyway, so it was getting real spicy on the inside, man. And 73, he a dickhead. Like I you know what I'm saying? Like if you want, there's like 3 positions that you want. They need to be psychopaths, right? And that's offensive linemen, defensive linemen, and linebackers. Like those need to be absolute psychos, right? If you want it to have top tier. And look at him instigate. Hey man. And he pulling the belt out on dog. Like come on, dog. Look at this. You know what's funny? I'm gonna tell you a little story again. Oh, they was going after each other. They was going after each other, boy. The big boys hopping around. Got the big boy hop going. He everybody getting it. Pause. I think that was a play that touchdown. He's still going at him. I know that was the play that we saw. Okay. He said, "Get off the sideline." Hey, Cormani McClain said, "Man, you can get out of my face, boy." Okay. Now it got real serious. I wanna say it didn't just like, I don't know if they got like some personal beef. Again, he's in Miami. Maybe it's a South Florida thing. But this is what he had to. I mean, he kept going. This is on the live.
You a hoe, Jet. You been up here plenty of time. Cormani McClain, you a hoe. You know where I'm at. You know I be there every day. Get up with me, hoe ass Jet. Hoe ass Jet. 95, get up with me. You trying to hurt me and shit. Get up with me, hoe ass Jet. What you talking about? Mute the lie right quick.
I'll mute the line real quick. Okay, so maybe and I'm not sure if you can hear what he said, but he said, "Hey, Cormani McClain, you've been up here a bunch of times. Now, we know Cormani McClain from last season. He goes to some games. I know he went to the UCF Colorado game, so he's known to be around there from the Southern Florida area, I believe, either Southern Florida or Central Florida. He was a Miami commit at one point, so clearly there's things that are going to be linked in, but this is deeper, man. So maybe some Miami people got to tell me, maybe some Florida people got to tell me, but it went real deep because he didn't stop there.
You a hoe, Jet. You been up here plenty of time. Cormani.
Oh wait, that's the same one. All right, so I think I watched all of them. Hold up. Yeah, okay, so I watched all 3 of them. There was another one where he was going off on them again, but I mean, I don't think it needs to be going any deeper than that. But I think in closing, I think it's easy to look at all the negative and be upset and XYZ, but I'm going to look at the positive. I think Cormani McClain continues to improve. Last season, obviously, the pick 6, you saw how the team reacted. Now he becomes the highest graded player on the field when he gets his chance and gets his shot. So I think all you're going to see is more and more and more growth, right? I don't think everybody's growth looks the same either, right? I don't think that we should judge people for having these rough times, rough situations, being young men and going through certain trials and tribulations. I think we should grade them for how they respond to that adversity. Of course, as long as nobody is physically hurt, harmed, or anything else in between, I think enough space and grace should be allowed for a dude whose worst qualities so far have been not showing up to meetings, being late, and making dumb YouTube videos, which Is that dumb? Yeah, it's stupid. But these are mistakes that we need to allow them to grow into, right? We need to allow him to grow into a young man. Maybe football is not for him. Maybe he finds his drive. Maybe he finds that. But through these adversarial situations, you're really going to start to uncover what the real person is. So I just hope Cormani McClain continues this. Sadly, I don't think Billy Napier is going to be there. So you might have to transfer out again, Cormani. Maybe when I hop back over to, hey, what if you come back to Colorado? It might be a good little situation to get situated, but y'all let me know how y'all feel about Cormani McClain. Let me know if y'all want more updates. Obviously, we've made videos about how awful Billy Napier is. We're no what's it called? We're no strangers to Florida and seeing how bad they are. But like this video if you like it, dislike if you don't, subscribe if you like football content of all shapes, sizes, forms, and fashion. Continue to be phenomenal. Have a great day. Peace.